All right, Clarky, a tough game against Ottawa last week. What's the mindset coming into tonight?
Well, you got to do two things, right? You got to recognize what you did well, and obviously what you didn't do well, and you got to flush it a little bit, right? You got to have a short memory sometimes, and understand that that's not the version that we are, and you get an opportunity to prove that this week. So, you got to assess it, but you also got to move past it. So that's kind of the mindset going into this week.
And something as low with the last game is 12 penalties taken by the team. What was the message coming in about fixing up the discipline for the guys?
Yeah, I mean it's frustration builds as games go along when things aren't going well, and you got to get ahead of it early, right? So don't put yourself in a position where you're chasing the game and frustration's building and all those kind of things. So again, you sort of have games every once in a while that are one-offs, and that's what we're hoping that was. We obviously know we need to be better, and we can't get in a position where we're chasing the game right off the start, because when you do that, the tendency is you're not being as disciplined in every area of the game as you should be. So we don't want to put ourselves in that position.
Lastly, one thing about the whole season's been a little bit of injuries, especially on the defensive end. Someone who, in my opinion, has really stepped up is Mike Bryan. He's been a really big piece for the team for this season. What can you say about his performance throughout the year?
It's been great. I mean, he's arguably been our most consistent defender. And he's a great story. He's a guy who worked his way to get to where he is. Never drafted, had to play on the practice roster for a couple of years, play in the Arena Lacrosse League, and he's really grown in his craft to being a solid NLL player. So it's a great story, and he's been probably our most consistent D guy throughout the year.
I appreciate it, Clarky.